So yes, we're back in EA PGA Tour. Efforts to make this game more difficult for ourselves continue to not really fail. However, I think we need a little bit more of a challenge, which is why we have assembled 5 very different golf bags. So, this bag right here is the one, at least the clubs that we use every single week. This is what we want heading into every tournament. Why? Because I have set up 5 different bags with all sorts of various specs that could just go and turn things completely upside down. So the specs here on the TaylorMade bag, the one that we've used pretty much since we started this whole thing, those are where the legendary specs have gone. We also have the TaylorMade Stealth bag, which is made up of a lot of brute type specs, so a good chunk of power, and they're not good brute specs either. And the reason I did that is because we have the Stealth irons, the game improvement irons, so too powerful for our own good, essentially, is what this bag will bring us. Let's skip ahead to the Titleist bag, because it's really the last slightly normal one that we have here. Even though it's not really... I guess it's not really normal. This bag has a 7-degree driver and no fairway woods. All we have is a utility 2-iron in terms of any distance from the fairway. So that bag's going to get really interesting. But we'll get into bag 4 and bag 1 now. This bag is going to be a nightmare if we are ever to get it. And the reason for that is we have a driver, a 2-wood, 3-wood, 4-wood, 5-wood, and 6-wood, as well as a 7, 8, and 9 hybrid, 4 wedges and a putter, whatever, 0 irons, which means we have about an 80-yard gap between the 9 hybrid and the 48-degree, essentially our pitching wedge. This bag could be an absolute catastrophe if we wind up with this at any tournament where we need to be a little bit more precise. Which brings us to our final bag, and for those that like to see me struggle, this is the bag you want. This is what I'm calling the Goodwill bag. We have wooden Jack Nicklaus driver, 3-wood, 5-wood. These 4 through 9 and pitching wedge are the Jack Nicklaus irons. Now, unfortunately, I don't have the Jack Nicklaus wedges, so I had to throw the Clevelands in there just because they're the cheapest brand of all of the stuff I had. I could have gone with the EA wedges, but they're just flat out ugly, to be honest. So, we have the Cleveland wedges, but they don't have good specs. They have some good accuracy specs, but not great on the power. Everything else in this bag, including the ball, which of course is hideous, is the common spec, the worst in the game. We're gonna get this bag eventually, and it's gonna be an absolute nightmare to use. I mean, we got steel shafts on these things, like, oh god. This is what disaster looks like right here. Alright, since we did win, rather, the Waste Management Phoenix Open, we do lose another skill. And where is that going to come from? Approach accuracy. Huh. Do I even have anything in there? I'm not sure. Oh, no, it's approach recovery that's useless. And now, time to figure out what bag we get to play the Genesis Invitational with. Oh, I don't know, man. We're going 50 under par. There's just not really any other way around it. Alright, well, this tournament's not even at Riviera this year. It's actually held at Torrey Pines for the first time in, I mean, a long time. But we head out to Riviera for the Genesis Invitational. We won this a year ago, and there's no reason to think that we aren't going to win it again after the bag we just spun for. So, I mean, it's just go out and go really stupid low and have fun doing it, I think, this week. We'll take a look at the calendar, see what we have coming up. It is the Arnold Palmer that's next, so yeah, we're going to have a couple weeks off of golf. We're not going to play the Wetlands. We did that a year ago. I really don't care to play with 2 yards of rollout on drives for the second consecutive year, so we're going to skip that. And then I think there's just an off week built in here anyway. 6th to the 9th is the Arnold Palmer Invitational, so a good chunk off from golf. All right, one of our later starting tee times this season. Now, we are going into Riviera with 0 practice, so I really don't think I'm able to drive this, but, I mean, how we're going to play, we might as well test it out, see what happens. That's not going to make it, is it? No, we're going to be in that tall shit, aren't we? Oh. Well, that's hideous. But, what are you going to do? Figured I'd just have a go at it, see if we could get there. That's kind of ugly, but it will hit the green. Knew there was going to be a little bit of a power loss there, but overall, can't be too upset with it. I'd be smiling too, knowing we get to use the good bag, at least for this week. This putt's going to be just about, I want to say dead straight. Maybe a slight kick actually to the right. Assuming I'm giving this enough power. It's on the way. And it did not have enough power, even after I added a little bit more. Alright, well, it is Riviera, so we're still going to be in for birdie. Yeah, lacked a bit of oomph. Like I said, we didn't do any practice ahead of this one. So, round 1 might be a little rough, but probably really get going as this tournament goes along. Par 4, second hole, 471 yards. No, your pit crew did not lack oomph. Your pit strategy really all race, I think, was quite good. Never really got into a terrible situation. Well, no reason to mess around with a power drive. A little bit of a slimmer fairway. Maybe a little bit left. Just snug right up to the left edge there. I know, that was refreshing to see out of your car. Any one of your cars. Doesn't usually happen that way. Now, it wants me to hit 4-iron into this green. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to hit a high 5 instead. And hopefully we're able to hit some iron shots this week. We might be on the green? Nope, bad kick. Oh boy, watch out. How on God's green earth did that stick there? Alright, well that's interesting. If we hit this right, I mean, it's just about dead straight. It's a long chip though. I'm not sure I want to hit this high. I feel like I might want this to roll out a little bit. And we missed left. Oh, slow down. Okay, greens might be a little quick. So now this to save our par. Could be catastrophic. No. Birdie and a par to start our day here at Riviera. Start our week. I'm thinking, though, when we do wind up with the ping bag or the goodwill bag, things are going to go horrendously wrong. Hyped all that up. Oh yeah, we got something to make this a little bit more entertaining. And then we land on, I mean, the fucking world beater of golf bags. Alright, slight bit of elevation difference. We're above the fairway here, so just gonna have a rip at it, and might even almost aim a little bit in the rough there, because in theory, it's gonna cover that distance. That's a little bit right. That's looking like a missed fairway, and yes, it is. Well, okay, so we're actually... The only major we're going to do in this game is the Masters, and we're actually not going to do it for that one because, I mean, the Masters is already difficult enough without playing shitty-ass clubs. This could be outstanding. I'd call that pretty outstanding. From the rough, no less. It's kind of more so what you would have expected prior to the start of this first round. 2 under through 3 holes. Not bad. Compared to what we did last week, though, nothing's going to feel that great. Now, the Genesis Invitational in PGA Tour 2K23 was one of the very few tournaments that I never won. We talked about that a year ago. And then we did win it in this game. However, way, way, way easier here on the EA side of things. 4-iron on the way. That is blasted. It's going to have to slow down, and that ain't happening. $15 yards away. You know what? Since we are trying to make some things a little bit more interesting, let's just Texas wedge this shit. It's on the way. Never really had a chance, but we actually got the speed pretty right. Missing fairways, missing greens. That's a tough par 3 green to hit, though. When the game's suggesting you hit 5 wood, not good. Sitting at 2 under par, 43rd in the standings. Ooh. There's no way this is worth it. Actually, you know what? I think it might be. This could very well trundle down that hill, assuming it even has to. No fear. Oh. We don't have to worry about no fairway. Or do we? No, we don't. I thought maybe for a second that was going to cut through all that stuff, but not the case. It's really not even sitting that bad. On the way. It's right and just stayed right. I thought with the way that ball was sitting, it was going to take aiming a little bit right, but I don't know, maybe with the specs, that's just not a worry that you have to have. Downhill putt, so we'll take some off of it, swing it out tiny bit. On the way, that'll go. I'll tell you this, our birdies so far here in this round have been honestly on some of the worst played holes. Oh yeah, I remember this green. Fucking bunker in the middle of the green. Thanks, guys. Overall, life treating me fairly good. However, I do still kind of have some lingering sickness crap, which is unfortunate. 8-iron on the way, which isn't the club. There's just so much, you know, elevation change here at Riviera and not doing any practice coming in. Really seeing the results of that one right now. All right, I'm going to hit a high chip. Probably somewhere right over here. We dodged the bunker. Yeah, that's... I guess we got that going for us. Oh? Oh? Damn! That was looking good there for a second. That wouldn't have been bad at all. In for par. Birdie par, birdie par, birdie par. Interesting start to the day. Well, this certainly seems like a gettable par 4. However, that is one big bunker down the left side. Riviera comes with some challenges that courses like TPC Scottsdale just do not. Oh. Well, that's not ideal. Do I dare hit a stinger? This could go so catastrophically wrong. I hope you know. I hit a low stinger. Well, we're on the right side of the fairway. Gonna wind up being a good decision. Now, the distance not there, but on a par 4 that's just over 400 yards, you don't really need that. So, the safe play there, probably a smart thing to do. Now to try and put a pitching wedge in tight. Why is that so far left? And way, way, way short. Huh. All right, then. Well, dreams of keeping the pattern alive are not looking very good. Oh, or are they? Couple of lengthy putts to keep the birdie par streak going. Damn, that was a good one. Had a couple nice putts already today. Well, unfortunately, fate decided that entertainment wasn't going to be had here this week. I mean, come on, I have to have some chance at being, like, ridiculously good. Now, there is a chance this finds sand, because power drive. What doesn't it like about that? Why? Oh, where is that going? That might not stick the fairway. It just barely will. We didn't even really get all that great of specs last week. Scottsdale's just an easy course. Hit this a little higher. 58 degree on the way. And even this is short. Why am I missing everything so short? Like, a couple of these have made sense where, you know, I just didn't hit the top of the meter, but that last one, I just about hit it perfect. Just a smidge over the top. Oh, yeah, we do have to get par on this hole. That's right. However, it's a makeable putt. We are on the fringe, I'm just now realizing, so a slight bit of extra power. Par it'll be. The streak lives. Streak is alive and well. Should spin the wheel for what bag we use every round. Not a terrible idea. Don't really see a reason why not. It'd probably make tournaments as a whole more interesting. That way we'd have our good days, we'd have our bad days. I've heard worse ideas. Time to let one fly. It's the straightest drive we've hit all day, and it's the crookedest I think that meter has looked. Make it make sense. Alright. Now we do have to make birdie here on this hole to keep the streak. That looks like it's tailing a little right, unfortunately. We'll stick the green. There is that, too. I mean, that would... If the goal is artificial difficulty, then... It's not a terrible idea. I'm just evil today, I guess. The streak lives. Which means, oh god, we've got to somehow make par on a 315-yard par 4. I remember this hole. This green is diabolical. However, my goal is never to hit the green here on 10 at Riviera. Gonna be a little bit left. I don't think we're gonna flirt with that bunker. That's actually just about right where you want it. You got a straightaway shot on your second. I mean, I don't really know what the play is gonna be, unfortunately. I feel like in the past, we have very much hit our second shot, or even sometimes our third, off of this green. Oh, why are we sideways? There we go. Oh, that's quite good. Well, the streak is in real jeopardy because we've got less than 4 feet to go here for birdie. Should I just miss the putt intentionally? Nope. We'll drop to 6 under par. We do still have some shots to make here today. Not our best round by far. Still 2 shots off the lead with 8 holes left to play, which we should do. Guess we'll just see how it goes. But yeah, I think at least here for the Genesis, that's not a bad idea. We'll spin. We'll at least test it out. We'll probably switch bags every round of the tournament. This hole here always reminds me of Detroit Golf Club's got one very similar to this. Gonna be down the right side, but safe. We might be guarded out by that tree a little bit. No, not from 257 out. Well, we've already seen... Are those palms? Those aren't palm trees. I mean, maybe up by the tee box there are some, but... No, but trees lining both sides of a straightaway fairway. GGC has one like that. I'm not expecting a lot of rollout here. Oh, we did get some. Oh my goodness. Did the left side have some? We must have. Well, you know, we hit our ball right past it. Didn't see him. Let's ignore the fact that I would have had to walk to the ball. That's got a chance. No. Just low. Is this a par 4? No, it's par 5. Birdie was never in doubt. That does make 3 straight birdies. The streak officially dead. I mean, what do you want me to do? Par 4 12. This is a pretty meaty par 4, though, I gotta say. Closer to 500 yards. We got a big little valley right by the green here. This is another one where I might think about hitting a stinger. However, I think those trees really shouldn't come into play. They will not. Now, are we going to be in the fairway? Yes, we are. Kind of cut it a little bit closer than I would have liked, but that shot off the tee, outstanding. Square not looking very likely here. Oh, maybe I spoke too soon. I mean, probably not still, because we're not really that far away, but we're at least a little bit more likely to get par now. At least until I chip this fucking thing in. Nah. Oh! I thought for damn sure that I hit that slope way too hard. God damn it. I mean, I still tried to make a good shot, but I thought I fucked it up. Can we check for hacks? After that, that is fair. I did kind of call my shot on that one. What could possibly go wrong here? Doesn't look like much. We've blasted this thing. Is it though? I have still yet to hit a hole-in-one on 16. Is 16 a par 3 here, too? Oh, you meant this hole. I thought you meant last week. Our wedges still blow, which is really, really interesting. I've hit some pretty bad wedge shots today, which shouldn't be the case. Everything else is going so well. At least something's going wrong. Now, if we chip this in, I think I'm going to start accusing myself of hacking the game. What is 16 here? I actually forget. I don't think that was supposed to happen. What do we do? Do we flop it up there? Because we will make a square now. At least. Driver. I don't even think the game would let me hit driver on the green. No, I have pitch and putt. Well, a little bit unfortunate. We drop out of not solo lead, a tie for the lead. So a shot will have to be made elsewhere. On to 14. This a par 3. I can tell you that we are not going to hit a hole-in-one here. I could probably get away with hitting a high 8. Weird. I didn't lie. I don't know what's really going on. Okay, that kind of makes up for the bounce that we got on the chip earlier. That 8-iron just spun back like no other. And now, this gets interesting because we have to hit a blast shot out of a bunker, which are notoriously hard to control. Ooh, watch out. That ball's got to check up. Could have been along for the ride there on that. Well, we wanted a little bit of intrigue. For the moment, we kind of got it. We had the lead. Decided to give that away there on 13. And now with 4 holes to play, we do still trail. And on a day where we said, hey, we're probably going to go really low, to be just fighting right there with the AI is not exactly what we were expecting. But still time to turn this around. I also don't think I can tee off with putter, by the way. In 2K games, yes, you can. Not in this. I'm thinking actually Stinger might be the play again. Low Stinger. Just to limit the possibility of something going horribly wrong. However, now it's got to check up, and I think it will. I think it's going to be right where we want to be. Pretty much dead center of the fairway, never really threatened the bunker. Eight iron into this par 4. Even our irons have let us down a little bit today. And now we did say that it's the best specs I have, the preferred specs in this bag. The irons I don't have a legendary spec for, so we will at least be a little human with the irons. Ah, we left that short and hooked it. Actually, so I didn't fill the meter anywhere close to the top. That one only lost 0.6%. I filled the meter a little bit earlier, and it wound up like 2% short. So make sense of that one. On the way. And just trickles in. A little bit of a downhill slope right when you got to the cup, and we finally birdie another hole again. Get back to a tie for the lead. Now, we do get to see what 16's all about, and it is a par 3. 166 yards. And I can confidently say we will not hit a hole-in-one here either, at least today. Although, I guess, if we're going to be switching bags up, there's a good chance we don't hit a hole-in-one at all. Sink it for the gifted sub. I mean, the conditions are perfect for it, but this is actually a little bit in between clubs, unfortunately. I can't try and hit it high, which means we do have to hit a finesse, which is, of course, never my favorite thing to do, especially with irons. Oh? Nah, that's right. It's right and stayed right. It's a great shot, but... And it was damn near pin high, too. I mean, it is pin high. Distance on it was perfect, but just tugged it. Actually, pushed it. Which does leave us a bit of a tricky putt, though. Gotta say. On the way. And Josh catches that low edge. That falls, and we've got solo lead. I feel like our shots off the tee and from the fairway have not really deserved the score that we have right now. However, the putter has been great today. All for it to come crashing down when I have to play with the Goodwill bag tomorrow. Or the ping bag. The ping bag is not good. Why'd you do it anyway? Who'd you gift a sub to? Who the hell's that? It's got to be our final par 5 of the day. Slim little fairway. True. True that. It's going to be down the right side, and it does kind of narrow up down there. But it's not right enough to really cause us too much of an issue. Well, we missed an eagle chance earlier today. With the length of this one, I don't really think we're going to have an eagle chance here. Or maybe we can. If I hit a high 5-wood right up in there, and we hit it accurate, I could see it at least running up somewhat close there. Maybe, probably going long, but you never know. I mean, that's just a perfect shot. Ah, it's going to take a pretty hard kick, though, and we're not even going to get on the green. I said a hard kick. That's more of a soft landing, but... oh, well. Well, the eagle chance not looking all that pretty. So I might just try and hit a pitch shot. Put it up, hopefully, pretty close. Not a bad effort. Yeah, Evo has gifted a sub to Gabe Itches 123458. What is Twitch? On the way, that drops. It's always gonna happen. We do go 10 under par here today with 1 hole to play, but still way off from what we were doing at Scottsdale. Par 4 18th, this is another one where I do kind of think about hitting a stinger. We've already hit 2 of them today. It's always a thought. Because this fairway does slope down a good ways. However, what happens if I just hit a regular driver? We're not really at a lot of danger here, so we'll just hope to take the extra distance and leave ourselves a good second shot. Gonna get a good bit of rollout, too, with that downhill slope. Staring right at the pin. Nothing really in our way. Good chance, I think, to go for it. However, we've had some good chances to just go for it here today. And they really haven't gone all that well. That's ugly. I don't know what's up with our irons today, but some of these iron shots have been horrendous. True. My irons are bronze. Well, I mean, for that shot type, yes. I guess we did lose a point in approach accuracy here before this tournament too, so got that to worry about. A little gross. Well, we'll clean up for par. Finish round 1 of the Genesis at 10 under par with an ugly square on 13 after one of the worst chips I've ever hit in this game ever. I'm sitting here thinking it's gonna hit off the side of the elevated green there, just like one that we had chipped in earlier in the day, and it hardly ever left the ground, and I don't even know. That was one of the worst shots I've ever hit. But tough to be upset with the round. Nobody else goes lower in the sim throughout the rest of it, so we do have a 2-shot lead at the end of day 1. But I mean, we didn't have a round over 59 in the Waste Management Phoenix Open, so 61 doesn't feel all that great, but it's what it is. Riviera is a different beast.